Sensors act as a bridge between the physical and digital worlds, enabling automation, monitoring, and data acquisition in applications ranging from industrial robotics and healthcare diagnostics to smartphones and smart home devices. In a world driven by data, sensors are resilient heroes collecting the information that powers everything from smartphones to smart cities. Let's define sensors. Sensors are devices that detect physical, chemical, or biological stimuli, such as heat, light, sound, pressure, or motion, and convert them into measurable electrical signals. Analog sensors produce a continuous output signal or measurement. The classification of analog sensors is the same as the active sensors. The analog signals are directly proportional to the measurement. They have infinite possible values within a specific range. For instance, an analog sensor detecting changes in external parameters like Hauser rate, ghostwriter, or light intensity can give an output anywhere between its output range like 0 volts to 5 volts. On the other hand, digital sensors includes digital accelerometers and digital temperature sensors. In simple words, they are digitalized versions of analog sensors. These sensors typically use pulse width modulation to generate output pulses. Likewise, they produce a binary signal, which means the signal is either on or off, representing a series of ones and zeros. Typically, digital sensors are used in systems where the presence or absence of something is being detected. Some examples of devices with these sensors are push buttons or light switches that indicate whether the device is on or off. Let's discuss some of these sensors. First is an accelerometer. An accelerometer is a sensor that measures acceleration, which is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. Ano yung kayang i-detect ng accelerometer? Kaya niyang i-detect ang linear motion, tilt o yung ating orientation relative sa ating gravity, vibration, and shock. What is the basic working concept of this accelerometer? An accelerometer typically consists of a proof mass attached to its structure. So the device experiences acceleration, so magkakaroon ng internal mass shifts or deflects. This displacement changes an electrical property and the output signal is generated. Accelerometers are essential in modern systems such as smartphones, automotive, safety, robotics, and IoT devices. For the inertial navigation, used in navigation system for aircraft, ships, and vehicles to determine the position and orientation. In consumer electronics, it is found in smartphones, tablets, and gaming devices for screen orientation and gesture recognition. A gyroscope sensor measures angular velocity, how fast an object rotates around an axis, unlike accelerometers, which detect linear motion. They are widely used in smartphones, drones, robotics, navigation systems, and gaming controllers to maintain orientation and stability. Gyroscopes operates based on the conservation of angular momentum. Ano nga ba yung minemeasure ng gyroscope? Yung roll, which is the rotation around x-axis, or yung pitch naman din, rotation around the y-axis, and yung tinatawag nating yaw, rotation around the z-axis. These three axes define full 3D orientation. So as the object rotates in space, magkakaroon ng internal sensing structure, may experience yung angular motion, then the Coriolis forces or mechanical effects occur. Then, afterwards, the electrical signal is generated proportional sa ating rotation rate and the output is processed into angular velocity or degrees per seconds or rad per seconds. Well, these sensors are applicable in applications kagaya ng camera shake detection systems, motion sensing for video games, and vehicle electronic stability control systems. Proximity sensor is a device that detects the presence or absence of an object without physical contact. It works by emitting signal, can be a light, electromagnetic field, sound, etc., and measuring the response when the object comes near. These sensors are widely used in smartphones, robotics, industrial automation, and safety systems. Now let's discuss the different proximity sensors. First is the capacitive proximity sensor. It detects metal and non-metal objects, including plastic, liquid, and wood. So what is the principle of capacitive proximity sensor? The object changes the electric constant or distance. Capacitance changes. So magkakaroon ng signal output changes. It is applied for liquid level sensing and touchless switches. So for the inductive proximity sensor, so since the capacitive proximity sensor detects metal and non-metal objects, so inductive proximity sensor detects metal objects only because it works using an electromagnetic field. So paano siya gumagana? So kapag may present na target, as you can see, nagkakaroon ng internal oscillation, so attenuated oscillation, wherein magbibigay ito ng signal na nagkakaroon ng changes dun sa ating output. So for its application, it is widely used for metal detection since that is the purpose of the inductive proximity sensor. A photoelectric proximity sensor, often called a photo eye, is a non-contact device that uses a beam of light, typically infrared or visible red, to detect the presence, absence, or distance of an object, unlike standard inductive proximity sensors that only detect metal. Photoelectric sensors can see almost any material, including plastic, wood, glass, and even liquids. So for the core working principle, the sensor consists of two primary components, an emitter that sends out light and a receiver that detects it. So detection occurs when an object either blocks the beam or reflects it back to the receiver, causing a change in the electrical output. An ultrasonic proximity sensor is a non-contact device that uses high-frequency sound waves, typically between 23 and 40 kilohertz, to detect the presence of object or measure its distance. Unlike photoelectric sensors that see using light, ultrasonic sensors listen for echoes, making them similar to the echolocation used by bats. What are the ultrasonic proximity sensors? So, ultrasonic distance sensor, 5 volts, HCSRO4, works through the echo principle. So, the sensor contains a transducer that acts as both a speaker and a microphone. For the emission, the transducer sends out a short ultrasonic pulse. The sound wave travels through air until it hits an object and bounces back. The sensor detects the returning echo. It calculates the distance based on the time of flight. The time elapsed between the sending and receiving the signal multiplied by the speed of sound. A magnetic proximity sensor is a non-contact device that detects the presence, possession, or movement of a magnet. Typically, yung mga permanent magnet. By sensing the changes in the magnetic field, unlike inductive sensors that detect only metal, this require a magnetic target but offer significantly longer sensing ranges, up to 70 millimeter or more, relative to their small size. After the physical proximity sensors that we have discussed, gas and chemical sensors measure the concentration of specific molecules in the air or a liquid. They convert chemical information like the presence of smoke, carbon dioxide, or toxic fumes into an electrical signal. So for the common application of these sensors, it is widely used in home safety as smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms, for the industrial safety, for detecting the leaks in the chemical plants or checking oxygen levels in confined spaces, as well as in environmental monitoring and in medical field. Another sensor is the humidity sensor, or what we called the hygrometer. It is an electronic device that detects and measures the moisture level in the surrounding air. It typically converts these measurements into a digital or analog electrical signal, often reporting relative humidity, RH, which is the ratio ng ating current moisture to the maximum moisture the air can hold at its current temperature. What are the applications of these sensors? It is used in HVAC systems for controlling air conditioning and ventilation for human effort and energy efficiency. Aside from that, it is also used in agriculture for monitoring greenhouses and soil moisture to optimize irrigation. Lastly, for this lesson, we have here the soil moisture sensors. These sensors are tools used to measure the water content in soil, typically expressed as the volumetric water content or VWC, or soil water tension. They are essential for precision agriculture, smart irrigation, and home gardening to prevent overwatering and optimize plant health. For the capacitive sensors, this measures soil moisture by using the soil as a dielectric to complete a capacitive circuit. They are popular for DIY projects because they do not have exposed metal lids that corrode over time. As you can see here, uh, this use two probes to measure the electrical resistance of the soil. As the moisture increases, the resistance decreases. While inexpensive, they are prone to corrosion and are generally less durable than capacitive models. That's all for today. And now you're going to understand the sensors and you gain the power to design systems that can see, feel, and respond to the world around them. God bless and thank you.